Folks, all I can say is thank God for cell phones with cameras, because more and more of these incidents where police officers are abusing black males in particular, but citizens in general, are coming to the fore. Now, if you weren't aware of it, clip is going to come up that shows a police officer in Sacramento basically accosting and brutalizing a black man for the crime of, wait for it, jaywalking. Jaywalking. Okay? And he apparently has been put on administrative leave. Now, there was a second situation which you're going to see where a motorist was pulled out of his car, punched in the face by one of the police officers, and then the second officer comes on the scene and kicked him. Well, at least in Georgia, they knew what to do. Both of these guys were fired, and they are looking at pursuing criminal charges. Here we go with the videos from the News One Now show.
Folks, meanwhile, in Sacramento, California, a criminal investigation has been launched after an officer was caught on camera Monday slamming and then beating a pedestrian he stopped for jaywalking. Nandy Kane was initially booked for resisting arrest. He was later released, and the charges have been dropped. The officer involved in the incident is on paid administrative leave.
Now, that officer, he saw that he was being videotaped, and he really didn't give a damn. He was just going to do whatever he was going to do.
Finally, incident Wednesday in Gwinnett County, Georgia is sparking outrage as the video shows an officer using excessive force on a handcuffed man. Demetrius Hollins was pulled over for a traffic stop. Cell phone video shows Officer Robert McDonald kicking Hollins in the face while he was handcuffed. The police chief fired that officer on Thursday.
Now, what you haven't seen is before that man was out of the car, he was pulled out, and the particular officer that's handcuffing him right there punched him in the face when he basically had his hands up. There was a second video that surfaced subsequent to, I guess, this airing.
Okay, well, we're supposed to have some sound there, folks, and we'll try to have that for you a little bit later. Hours after the first officer was fired, a second video emerged showing Sergeant Michael Bongiovanni, a 19-year veteran, punching Hollins in the face. He, too, was fired. There's an open criminal investigation into their action. Let's talk about this with our panel today.
Well, okay, as far as talking about this, the panel just ticked me off because Mr. Martin had one of those pay-for-play, shouldn't say that. He had one of the bishops that was supporting the confirmation of Jefferson Beauregard Sessions as the Attorney General, and now he's basically doing backflips as far as his support. And I'm not in the mood to even listen to that guy again, so I'm going to cut the video off here. Going to add on the portion of the video where you could see that the second officer that comes on the scene actually kicks this gentleman in the face while he's lying on the ground handcuffed. Here we go. Now here comes Joe Blow running, and he just kicked the guy right in the face. And that's what he was fired for. And then when they got additional footage showing the first officer who had handcuffed that gentleman punching the motorist in the face with his hands up, that's what he got fired for. Yeah, notice that knee of the officer on the right putting pressure on the gentleman that's on the ground. They try to inflict as much pain and suffering on people as possible when they have us in positions like this. And, you know, there's no excuse for this. This man was totally under control. Okay, he wasn't going anywhere. He's laying on the ground. So why inflict additional pain and suffering on this guy when you don't have to? No, it's just because that's either how they're taught or how they feel.